Cool FM. I have my guest in the studio. I'm so excited to have him on the show. It's been a long time coming. We've been going back and forth because obviously there have been little glitches here and there up until last week.
Yes, last week.
But I have a designer in the studio. He was a stylist, but when you say stylist, he's going to tell us what sort of stylist he was. It wasn't the stylist that you know, so a different kind of stylist. And then he ventured into fashion. Okay, his this is how I'm going to describe him. He's a designer. He's got about how many collections now that we've seen since you started?
4.
About 4.
Yeah,
okay, so yeah, we know your voice is baritone, but you need to. Okay, so you have about 4 since you started, and you've just been in this industry for about a year plus, right?
As a designer,
that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
as a designer.
Yes.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are driving, park, clap for my guest. His name.
No, don't park.
Park. They used to park here. This cool FM.
Okay.
People, they love us. They'll park and clap, then they'll continue driving. Yes, I have a designer by the name Tzar. Well, it's spelled. How's it spelled?
Tzar.
Tzar, but the T is silent.
T is silent.
You went on the Django P. The D is silent.
Yes,
so Tzar in the studio. So yes, hi Tzar, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very happy to see you.
Yes, you look really, and I'm happy as well.
Yeah,
you look really, really excited.
Yay!
So I love the energy.
Yes, of course. I always have energy when anyone comes on the show. So let's start off with the name. How'd you get the name Tzar? It's different.
Name. Yes. So it happened that on my Facebook page some time ago, I was looking to just add a little title to my name on Facebook. You know how people have like Lord this and Sire that, and I just wanted something different. So I just let my train of thought take me all the way to Russia. So in Russia, the emperors there are called Tsars. So yeah, so they're addressed as Tsars. That you have king, that you have Ubi, that you have Emir. So their titles are Tsars. So I started using that name, and when it was time to name my label, I was like, okay, what else would I name my label but Tzar?
And it's very unique.
Yes,
it's very unique. So that's how you got the name Tzar.
Yes, that's how I came about the name.
Yes. Okay, so if you haven't, I'm sure some of you are wondering and saying, I haven't heard of Tzar. Someone's like, oh yes, I know Tzar. You could go check out what the label is all about. You can go to the website. What's your website?
It's not ready yet.
Okay.
It's under construction, but most of the visual stuff that you get from Tzar can be found on my Instagram page.
Okay, so great. So what's your Instagram page?
And it's by Tzar. My handle BYTZAR.
Okay, so by Tzar. Okay, so by BY then TZAR. Okay, the T is silent. Remember that. All right, we're going to a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. It is 96. Why are you people shaking? Relax. We'll be right back. Oh, she wasn't. Okay, I thought. Sorry. I don't know why I just thought it was Adele. Okay, moving on to other things. We're still on Catwalk with Kaylah, and yes, I have with me Tzar in the studio. He is a designer, young designer, I have to add, doing very well in the last 1 year. If you just join us, I'm just gonna be talking to him, just trying to find out, how he started out, and just sort of to also encourage any male young designer out there hoping to be like Tzar one day. I want to know what it's like, the struggles, the challenges, the highs, the lows in the industry. The fashion industry is growing every day, and in Nigeria we're also proud to say we're catching up. We're doing very well, and I know we have a lot more to do, but of course we have actually taken the step, which is we've started doing what we're doing. We've created platforms for some of these designers to show what they have, and big shout outs to everyone who patronizes Nigerian designers. Now, one of the things I find very interesting about Tzar's collection is it's a little different from what you would I'm saying, okay, yeah, the guy is what you listen to. It's something interesting. Tell me about your designs and what inspires you.
Okay, my designs, I started out at first with the print shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I made mostly, I would say, inspired by art.
Okay.
I'm a very big art lover. I love art. I would say it's sort of hereditary because my dad was sort of a connoisseur,
Okay.
especially of Nigerian art.
Okay.
So yes, that and prints. I'm a very, very ardent lover of prints.
Yes.
Any type of
You
prints,
like colors
floral,
as well.
yeah, colors, geometry. Yeah, they do inspire a lot. So that's really what Tzar was, based on from the inception of the brand.
Yeah, I know you went to school. You're a graduate.
Yes, I am.
What did you study?
Microbiology.
Where did you study?
University of Lagos.
University of Lagos.
Yes.
And right off, so were you doing this right off school? I did mention that you were a stylist.
Yes.
But not the stylist that we know, right?
I had started styling with a alongside Adebayo Okelawal.
Oh yeah,
yes.
orange
yes,
culture.
At that time with Wow magazine. So most of the work that we had done together, or that Bayo had involved me in, would be mostly editorial shoots.
Okay.
So he would come up with a concept. Yes,
and you walk through the process.
Yes, exactly, with the mood board and all of that. And we executed these shoots. So for me, that was the part of styling that was that I was very true to. Instead of what is commercially done here most of the time, which personal styling or
styling a celebrity and all that.
Like that, because with the editorials, I was always in charge. I had a story to tell, and I was in charge of who would reenact the story, the body type,
so the models, the clothes,
to makeup, to
everything
that
you see in fashion magazines. In Wow, precisely, when you worked with Adebayo.
Yes.
Okay, nice. So when you stopped doing that, was that when you said, "Oh, okay, maybe I should"?
I had been thinking about delving more into fashion, but I didn't know as to how. So in this process, I remember, because I wear a lot of vintage shirts. Yes, I do wear a lot of vintage shirts, and because of my love for the prints, I was always looking for vintage shirts, and at a point in time, I couldn't really find them. So I decided to just go to the market and just buy prints and make my own shirts. Oh. Yeah, so that's how I started making my own shirts just for me to wear, and people liked them. Every time I went out, they would be like, "Where did you get this shirt?" I'd be like, "I made that." They would want to buy it off me most of the time.
What do you mean you make them? Like you just buy the prints and take it to a tailor?
Yes,
to make it.
To make me a shirt, So and then people saw this, and my friends were like, "You have to get on this, though. You have to."
And then you would design how you want the shirts to look like,
right?
Yes, I would
design how. Yes.
Okay. So after that, people appreciating your work and everything, you now decided, okay, I want to be a designer.
Yes, I do. I started making the shirts, mostly the tunics and the long sleeve print ones. And with time, I guess,
people started catching on it.
Yeah, like they did. Because of the prints, they were so resplendent and so very eye-catching. Yes, I do love that. So it took on, and to my surprise, they took it well.
They took it well.
Yeah, they took it
Being
well.
that we here, I mean, of course, we're catching up in terms of fashion. We're very interested in fashion.
Yes,
but when I look at some of your designs, I see that it takes a certain type of man to wear it. Like you must be you must be really into fashion, and you must be one of those, like how we say the metrosexual man, a man who's detailed, who likes to who's very detailed with the way he looks. He puts in a lot of effort into what he wears. So if he's wearing a tunic, which is something you wouldn't see, well, I mean, people wear it. You wear tunics. The type of tunic, yes. If it doesn't look the basic way we're used to, you might say, "Oh, this is something I wouldn't want to wear." But what I found interesting is, I see these pieces and I think that it will look nice on a lot of guys if you can just push yourself just a little out of the box.
Yeah. Yes. That's the thing. To me, it came as a surprise, because how very conventional Nigerians, Nigerian men are with their fashion. But then I see that as of time, they're beginning to warm up and to other ideas and other norms of what a gentleman should look like.
Yeah.
Sometimes play it down a bit with some quirk and
just to add
have
some,
fun.
yeah.
With it. So it's quite impressive.
Okay, cool. We're going to a quick break. When we come back, I still have Tzar in the studio with me. Please do not go anywhere. At some point, I will open the phone lines and take some calls. I'll be right back. His underwear line. Oh, wow. C6 pack. Oh no. And I was about to preach on Instagram earlier on today about appreciating ourselves the way we are, that we can't be flawless. But after I saw those pictures, I just said, wait, Kaylah, hold on. Let's appreciate this beauty. But really, big shout outs to Cristiano. Looks really, really gorgeous. Also, they had what's the name of that? Sports Illustrated had a first plus size model on the cover, swimsuit. You know how Sports Illustrated, how they take that business really seriously. They had a gorgeous lady, gorgeous, and there's been like mixed reactions. Some people are saying, oh, are they trying to promote unhealthy eating, and why are they trying to promote obesity and all that? No, they're not trying to do that, because that lady I see, she actually looks like somebody who works out, who's taking care of herself. But they're just trying to say that they're appreciating all bodies, shapes, and sizes. Yes. And if you're overweight, that's a different thing entirely. Like if you're just deliberately just not taking care of yourself and knowing fully well the health implications of doing the most and getting out of shape, then we know that we wouldn't support you. But just appreciating yourself the way you are and carrying yourself beautifully, just like Latasha Ngumbe, who was the plus size model for this popular site, Conga. You guys should go check it out. She looks stunning. Yes, and she's not overweight. She's just a beautiful plus size woman. So big shout outs to all my plus size sisters. Moving on to my guest in the studio. Yes, back to the male designer. Sorry, I had to just divert a little bit. I have Tzar in the studio, and we've been talking about how he started off with, and most times when you hear these stories, you see that most designers, they start off, first of all, by their personal style. Everyone's like, I like this, and before you know it, they get into the business. So how has the journey been? What are the challenges that you faced? And because you're young, do you want me to tell them your age?
No.
Well, Tzar is actually okay. I'll keep it. But he's pretty young. He's under 20. Sorry, he's under 30. He's in his 20s.
Yes.
Early 20s. Yes.
We can say that.
Okay, say that. Okay. So, what are the challenges that you face, and what?
For one, I would say production. Trying to meet up with demand. And also the quality of the product that you're trying to put out. You don't want to be, in quote, basic.
Basic, okay.
Yeah. Well, as far as I'm concerned, mediocrity is not allowed. I don't endorse mediocrity, and you see that working with artisans in this part of the world, you notice that Nigerians just naturally thrive on mediocrity. Like, it could have been made better than this, but you chose to make it like this, and you're comfortable with making it like that. Like, what would happen if it was better?
Okay. Why can't you just push yourself
a
little more?
A little bit. So that's the challenge that I find with myself.
How about sourcing fabrics?
Yeah, that's a challenge as well, because the prints are very carefully selected, I must say. Hard to find, because I don't want to just use any type of print fabric that's out there.
That's too common, and everybody.
You understand? Yes.
Right.
So it's a very careful selection process. Takes a lot of time to collate, but but we do get by.
You do get by. So your designs, how are people, aside from obviously people seeing your work on Instagram, I did see when you put out your last collection on Bella Naija.
Yeah.
What's the name of that collection? The conundrum, yes. And some people are like, I can't wear this, so what's this? If I see my boyfriend wearing this, hey, no, and hell was let loose.
Yeah.
And so what would you like to say to people? I mean, you're not going to appeal to everyone, but there's certain people who would see it and think, okay, and then maybe you sort of change their mindsets, and maybe sort of let them know that just whatever it is that you want to say about.
first of all, I would say that when a lookbook is put out,
Yes.
when you're looking at it, you don't have to be literal with it.
Okay.
You know, some looks don't always necessarily translate to your personal style or how it would be or how it would play in your wardrobe. So if you're looking at the lookbook and you're saying, oh, I can't wear this type of thing, no, you have to think, broader than that. You have to open your mind to the fact that, most of the pieces, of course, in the lookbook, there would be separates.
Okay.
So you can think of how, you can pair that crop top with those palazzos that you had from last summer, or that bomber jacket with these shorts that are in this lookbook that you're looking at. So just don't look at the lookbook and just be like,
oh my god, am I
no,
oh my
this
goodness,
look,
am I
oh my god,
to...
I'm petrified, or what is this,
Right.
Yeah, and just
relax and have fun.
And just have fun, just try and be open to new things and new ideas.
Yes.
That's
yes.
it.
And also, your designs are mostly shirts, right?
Yes,
mostly shirts.
But then of recent, yes, I've started doing complete
looks. Okay,
yes.
But mostly, Tzar is very, very famous for his collection of shirts, from t-shirts. You have like the round neck t-shirts, button down.
I started the t-shirts of recent, so it's like a series that I do some logo printed shirts on. So I plan to run that with different limited edition collections of t-shirts available for sale.
Yes.
So the next one's coming up. It'll be out soon on Instagram.
Okay, so the Instagram page is by Tzar. It's BY then TZAR. You need to check it out. And I have a question for you, but we need to go on a break. Don't go anywhere. It is 96.9 Cool FM. I've been speaking to the creative director of Tzar, and his name is Tzar. After the break. Yes, and so I was looking at I was on your Instagram page. Yes, looking at some of the very nice collections that you have on there. So what's the future for Tzar? What plans do you have? Do you hope to be doing this for a very long time?
I believe so. That's the plan. That is the plan. But we, that saying, man proposes, God disposes. I'm not saying anything, contrary, but yes, that's the plan. The plan is to do this for a long time, God willing.
I know it's not easy in terms of setting up a business here. Where do you stock? Where do people get your pieces from?
For now, people purchase directly from me while in Lagos, but I'm stocking in a store in Abuja called The Library. Okay. It's at the Silverbird Gallery in Abuja in City Plaza, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So who is? Let me ask this question. Everyone asks this question all the time. Everyone wants to know, who is the Tzar man or Tzar woman? And I must say, sorry, I looked at the collection. There's some pieces I could wear. I could totally rock.
Yes, I agree. I've gotten that most of the pieces are quite unisex.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. So it is very, even with the prints, I see.
You get orders from? Do you get orders from women saying, "Oh, I want"?
Saying they want a lot of the tunics because they can rock them as shift dresses, or they want the shirts oversized.
Oversized shirts are really sexy.
Dress.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, I do have a lot of female clientele.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
And even though it's a male.
Yes, even if it's a menswear brand.
It's a menswear brand, yeah.
But I guess I'm killing two birds with one stone.
There you go.
Say that.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool stuff. So maybe later on, are you going to be setting up a store? Are you going to do something soon?
That is the plan. It's in the works. We just keep it on the low.
Okay, but you're working.
Yes, we're working.
You're working very hard.
Yes, it's very necessary for progress and success to take place.
You showed at the Spice TV Runway Fiesta.
Yes,
I saw that last year, towards the end of last year.
I showcased my spring-summer collection. That was my full debut, menswear full collection.
It was a very beautiful collection.
Thank you so much.
It was.
Thank you.
Very nice. To see some of his collection, you could go to the Instagram page. Of course, that's my job. My job here is to inspire and encourage young men and women. At least he's not stealing. He's gone to school. No, it is true. He's gone to school. He's gotten an education, but he decided that this is what he wants to do, and he's starting out. Sometimes you never start, some people are lucky, you get funding from wherever to help you, which is good, and some people don't have the funds, but they start small. Off the air, he was telling me that he gets a lot of orders on Instagram. People would just email him and say, "Oh, okay, I like that you put up. Can I get a piece? Can I get 2 pieces? Can I get one for my friend? Do you understand what I'm saying?" And that's just a way of him. And before you know what's happening, by the time the next few years, remember, you pay your tithe here. Started from here. but I saw that and I said, this is something I would like the world to know. A man who's doing something that's really different and catering to different people. And it's interesting because I think that Nigerian fashion is growing in such a way that people are more open to trying out new things. You did tell me that your shirts are coming out soon.
Yes, from the resort collection that I'm working on. Yeah, so making the sweatshirts and just playing around with some new designs and testing the waters to see how
people would respond to that.
Because with fashion it can be really difficult.
Yes, it can.
As a designer, you would get typecast by people in your clientele because you started with something and they keep expecting that same thing
all
from
the
you
time
because they're just so comfortable and used to that. But also variety is good, even if you're giving them the same thing, but you can always tweak it, which is always what I try to do. Add some elements of spice to whatever you're doing to keep people more interested, their mouth more watered. So
are you a photographer? Because I see your pictures on Instagram as well. The way you put, you're very creative.
Yeah, I pay attention to detail.
Okay.
To the most mundane things that people wouldn't
even take a look at, and you just make it look so special. Yes. That is an added gift that I'm sure you know this by now, because the pictures are very, very very, very interesting.
Thank you.
What else do you do aside from, of course, designing and taking really awesome pictures? That I would like to know what filters you're using, and I'm gonna try something with Tzar. I bought some makeup recently. We're gonna take a picture of. It has to look mad. I have to get like 60,000 likes.
No problem. I'm up to the challenge.
What else do you do aside from your spare time?
I like to eat,
which is why you have. Okay.
Yes, I like to eat. I like to go out to eat with my friends, travel. Very, very interesting.
You're very chilled. You're very chilled.
I am.
Do you get energetic sometimes?
Yes, I do when I'm working.
When you're working.
on stuff with Tzar or for Tzar.
Right.
Yes, that's basically. I just like to chill and just be easy.
Be easy. Take life easy. Life na jeje.
Yes,
No stress.
Life na jeje. No stress.
Okay, cool. It is 96.9 Cool FM. I can take 1 or 2 calls. Any question you want to ask him, maybe that I may have omitted. You want to ask questions, maybe where to get the pieces or whatever you want to ask him. Or if you're a young designer and you think you're inspired, I can take calls 2710969, 2711969, 2712969. And 2713969. What's your email in case people want to make inquiries?
It's shirtsbytzar@gmail.com.
Okay, so the Tzar is Tzar, but the T is silent, as in Django P. So the T is silent. So it's shirts by Tzar. So you're spelling it as Tzar. Okay, it's very simple. Tzar, and you can go check it out on Instagram, and thank me later, and hopefully I'm gonna rock one of these pieces and take some pictures for you to see. But big shout outs to you and what you're doing. And let us know when the next the collection comes out, so we can. Cool FM would always want to support anyone who's doing something as good as what you're doing.
Thank you.
I will. Any last words before you go? Do you have anyone to thank? I'd like to thank my mommy, my daddy, my brother, my sister.
I would just say, keep your head up. Live life one day at a time. And just, go with the flow.
Hi, we have a caller real quick. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Tunde.
Hi, Tunde, how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm good.
I want to...
Okay, he's listening.
Hello.
Okay. I'll put one before you run off, yeah?
Yes, please.
This is a friendly advice to you, brother.
Okay.
When you millions of Nigerians
You couldn't hear him?
I couldn't hear him. If you're selling something to us, I need to hear what you're selling.
Okay.
Exactly. So you want to be careful about that.
Okay. Thank you, Tunde, for that observation. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, Tzar is a very chilled individual, but it's okay. But I'm sure you take Tunde's advice.
Yes, I definitely will.
Energy.
He has a point.
Yes. Okay. All right, then it is 96.9 Cool FM. Had a great time with you on the show. Keep doing what you're doing. Yay! And of course, we'll take pictures. You can go on our Instagram page at Cool FM Nigeria to check it out, and you can also on our Twitter page at Cool FM Nigeria and on our Instagram page at Cool FM Lagos to get to see pictures of everything that went down in the studio. We'll go on a break, and yes, we'll be right back with more on the road show on 96.9 Cool FM. Don't go anywhere.